In the last video, we walked through how we can get a Gen AI to help us create a meeting agenda. But what if you have no idea how long to spend on each topic? It certainly showed us estimated durations, as you saw, but it didn't actually know what topics you intended to cover, so it could only give you approximations. Let's try with a much more detailed prompt and see what we get. One little thing of note here, just as a technical thing if you don't know about it, if you want to put a space between anything that you paste into your ChatGPT or other Gen AI conversation area, like what you see here in front of you on the screen, you need to hit Shift Enter. So you see what just happened there? If you actually hit the Enter key, it's the same as hitting the Send button. It doesn't really matter to the Gen AI itself because it doesn't actually need these big long spaces between things. But if you prefer to see it in such a way that you can keep it visually organized, then you can just go ahead and hit Shift Enter to put the spaces in between, or you can leave it. It's completely up to you. Let's look at the prompt that I pasted in. I need your help creating an agenda for a 1-hour project status meeting. There are 6 crucial discussion points, and I want to time block them so we're certain to get through all topics before the meeting concludes. Can you create an agenda with your suggestions for how long each topic should take based on your understanding of them? Here are the 6 items requiring discussion. So the first one is the introduction of a new project coordinator who will now be assisting the project manager on this project. This includes creating the agendas and distributing post-meeting notes, which will be made available within 1 day after each meeting via the project's SharePoint site. The second one is the status of critical action items from last week's meeting. Jorge was assigned. Now you see there isn't a space here, but that was the second one. And once again, if it's confusing or you just want to be able to keep it straight in your own mind, whatever it is that you need to do, it's completely irrelevant to the Gen AI because it can tell what's happening without needing all of the spaces and numbering and things like that necessarily that we need. So the second item was that. The third item is the status of the 3 IT tasks which were due at the end of the day, Friday. So I'm just putting numbers in to help make it clearer. The fourth item is review the 3 proposed press releases from marketing and communications. The goal is to vote on the number 1, number 2, and number 3 choices for which are most accurate and most inspiring to customers. And then we have the fifth item here, which is a look forward to the tasks due next week and who is responsible for each. And then finally, the sixth item that I want to cover in my meeting is other questions, concerns, or issues to be raised. Project manager first, then each of the 6 attendees for a total of 7 participants. Now, you might notice here that I was very specific about who is attending. Not specifically in terms of who those attendees are by name or by role, but I gave the Gen AI something very important here. When there are other questions, concerns, or issues to be raised, or if there's a bunch of people that need to vote on something, or if we have a whole bunch of tasks that we need to look at and who's responsible for each, one of the ways that you can be certain that the Gen AI understands how many people are involved here in this meeting is by sliding it in like this. So I basically said the project manager goes first, then each of the 6 attendees for a total of 7 participants. That tells the Gen AI that there are 7 people who are going to be attending this meeting, the project manager and 6 others. Here's a suggested 1-hour agenda with time blocks for each of your 6 discussion points. I've structured it so you'll get through everything without running over while still allowing time for meaningful discussion. Project status meeting agenda 1 hour. Welcome and introductions, that should take 5 minutes. So you notice that in the last video, when we asked for topics that we should cover in our project related meeting, it was giving us different ranges like 25 to 28 minutes or 0 to 3 minutes. But here it's saying specifically this should take 5 minutes. Introduce your new project coordinator and outline their role in agendas and meeting notes. And it even says to be posted on SharePoint within 1 day. So we're telling people in writing how this is going to work with this new project coordinator. Number 2, another 5 minutes, follow up on critical action item. Jorge's assignment from last week, confirm completion or discuss obstacles. Third item on the agenda, IT task status updates. It's recommending 10 minutes. Review the 3 IT tasks that are due on Friday. Discuss any risks, dependencies, or support needed. Number 4, marketing and communications review. Now it's saying that this should take 20 minutes because you have to examine the 3 proposed press releases. You need to have a group discussion on how accurate they are and how everyone feels the impact will be, and then vote and rank them for 1, 2, and 3. Number 5, the look ahead to next week. This should take 10 minutes. Review upcoming tasks and responsibilities. Confirm ownership and deadlines. Number 6, the final agenda item, open floor, questions and concerns. This should take 8 minutes. Project manager first, then each of the 6 attendees, basically a quick roundtable. And then it actually gives us the final item, which goes beyond our 6 items. And this is important. It feels that you need a 2-minute wrap up, which is why number 6 only gave 8 minutes rather than 10. Confirm the decisions that were made, recap the action items and owners. That's how you end the meeting. This pacing gives the most time to the press release review, 20 minutes, since it requires collaborative discussion and a vote, while still ensuring each other item gets covered. Would you like me to also draft a facilitator's script? And then it explains what that is, talking points and transition cues, so you can keep everyone moving smoothly through the agenda without slipping on time. So it's offering to help you run the meeting. I think it's really important that if you're not comfortable running meetings, if you're a little bit new at it, or if you know that you have a particularly talkative group of attendees that is going to be in this meeting, this helps give you a way to facilitate or run the meeting in such a way that you can actually stick to the agenda in a professional and kind manner. If you already have an agenda drafted, you can paste it in or upload it here and ask the Gen AI to polish it or suggest improvements. So you don't need to look to the Gen AI to create it for you, but you can upload the one or paste in the one that you've already drafted to say, hey, can you help me out with this? Do you think this works? What is your opinion? Once your agenda is in good shape, the next step is to send invitations to your meeting. This ensures that everyone is informed and can prepare. We'll cover how to write clear, professional invitations in the next video.